Thank you, Professor. First of all, allow me to thank the organizing committee for allowing us to take part in this very interesting conference. I believe that it's very timely as well. It takes place at a time when indeed we are repositioning our targets. At a time when the climate crisis on the one hand and COVID-19 on the other hand have accelerated the need for the redesign, the repositioning of our targets, changing our priorities with respect to the agricultural production. Our country is unique. We live in a unique country where the diversity, the cultural heritage that we have, the wonderful climate, the microclimate of each area separately, and the various characteristics of each area allow us for unique products of high nutritional value, products that quite often claim to have health benefits. Mrs. Trichopoulou is with us today and she's an expert in that. What our grandparents would say, that this product acts like a medicine, is a medicine. So how can we make the most of these rich resources that we have, the wealth that we have? Rural development in these very competitive conditions seems to be what takes on a significant role for the Greek economy. We saw that earlier on. We saw the numbers presented in the previous panel, and I think all that we say is in fact confirming that this is the right time to take decisions and enter this new era. A new era where things should be characterized by the following. What do we need? Innovation. I think it goes without saying. It goes without saying that we need new technologies. Training and further training. We need the percentages of our farmers to go up. They only reach approximately 5.5%. The utilization of financial resources. We saw how many resources we have from the new CAP, from the EU Recovery Fund, the new NSRF. But the thing is not only how we will get the funds, but how we can reach the optimum results as quickly as possible. Last but not least, perhaps even the most important thing we need is synergies with all other development sectors. And therefore, we can respond to the new needs if we have these 5 things, these 5 tools at hand. Agritourism. The agricultural sector and tourism are 2 sectors which are not only closely related to one another, but they are interdependent as well, codependent. In order for us to have products that we can promote through agritourism, the first thing we need is agricultural produce, because unless we have that, anything that Mr. Vassilikos can do, he can't move forward, because we have many hotels, but we will also need the products, the agricultural products. Otherwise, there will be nothing for them to promote. So I think that the challenge of our times is that we have an increase in the raw materials, in the inputs as well, and that makes things even more difficult, our responsibility even more difficult. This is again a typical feature of our times. What should we target? What is the objective of the Ministry of Agricultural Development? We want to enhance the model agricultural production so that they can turn into new models of agricultural development, something that will be of tourist interest, so model farms, refineries, oil refineries that people will be able to visit, things that will form some kind of network which, along with alternative forms of tourism, will strengthen tourism, strengthen the sector and allow for products that will attract more visitors, more tourists. gastronomic tourism. So gastronomy, again, playing a major role in the tourist sector of our country. But in order for us to have that, we need products. We need those products that will not only be produced at one time, but continuously. And the quality should be something that we will not argue about. So we want projects that will be fully documented and will hold a special place in the Greek and global market. So these two sectors closely related to one another, and they contribute to the promotion of the wealth of our country. We want new investments, we want to get new investments, we want to increase income. This is a prerequisite for farmers to stay in their villages because they need to have the ability to increase their income, strengthen their income, and not temporarily, but strengthen their income in the midterm and in the long term so that they can stay in the rural areas of our country. And of course, more job posts, more employment, increasing employability, especially for the young people. Because without people, especially young people in the rural areas, we will not be able to move on. We shall achieve nothing. So we need more jobs, especially for the young people. And all these incentives that can make young people be involved and engaged in the agricultural sector. This is one of the bets that we have, based on all the financial tools that we have available. Moving on to the second part of my presentation, the Greek diet. This is a term I want to introduce, the Greek diet, based on the unique products already mentioned, related to the traditions of each and every place in our country with unique features and characteristics, because everywhere in Greece there are high quality, high nutritional products produced that are different. They have their own, they're distinct, they have their own brand name, and they're innovative as well, meaning that they can gain a special place in both the Greek and the global market. As a country, we have 113 products and foods that are of protected origin, and we have not counted in these numbers the alcoholic beverages and the wines. So these 103 products might form the basis for us to build our own efforts, our own investment and production efforts. So products of protected origin and of geographical origin, products of protected designation of origin. So this is the heritage we have. We need to enhance that. We need to protect that, preserve it as much as possible. How do we do that? By uniting our forces. We should be together in that. The state, local authorities, the scientific community, and of course the civil society and private initiative. By working all together, we will be able to respond to the challenges of this new era and, of course, give the primary sector of our country the ranking, the position it deserves to have based on what lies ahead. The climate crisis, COVID-19, in our opinion, gives us a huge opportunity. It is up to us to bring our forces together, join our forces, and put agritourism in front of us as a motto that will lead to the local development of each area and, of course, lead to our country's path of development. Thank you.